Hey, how's it going? This is Melinda and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about some recent releases that I've received. I want to let you know what I think of them and also some classics that I picked up at a record fair recently. So let's go ahead and get started with the first one, and it is a biggie. I'm talking about Purple Rain, and let me just show you my original first. So I heard that because Sound Matters was releasing a one-step of Prince's Purple Rain, 33 RPM, and it was mastered by Levi Seitz, S-E-I-T-Z. Levi Seitz isn't maybe a mastering engineer we talk about all the time, but he is a darn good one. He does a great job. I'm telling you, you guys, I couldn't order that one step fast enough. This record is one of those sentimental records that bring back a million memories in so many ways. Let me show you my original and just talk a little bit about why this record means so much to me and why this one step was so important and why I had to have it. Purple Rain, Prince and the Revolution. This is an original copy. Sadly, it's not the original I owned as a kid, although my sister and I wore it out, so it probably wouldn't have been in the best of condition anyway. This record came out around 1984, the summer of 1984. And that's just one of those magic moments in my life. You know, I can think back to, I loved the first year when my baby was born, my daughter. Those are some of the sweetest times of my life, and probably the sweetest. I also loved my senior year of high school and have great memories of that. And I also have wonderful memories of me going from 8th grade into my freshman year, and that's when Purple Rain was all the rage. There were so many exciting things happening. I was meeting new people, had a new exciting boyfriend. I was in band camp, and I know it sounds like a big nerd thing, but at my school it was totally cool to be in the marching band. And Purple Rain and all of these songs, When Doves Cry, I mean, it was everywhere and we were all loving it. I can still remember I was playing tenor saxophone, and I was a freshman, and then these girls that I looked up to, they were seniors. They were like, yes, Wendy, is the water warm enough? And I mean, just so much fun in band camp. They were being goofy and we were all just having a great time. This record means so much to me. I played it in my house so often. I used to do the Jane Fonda workout. My history teacher told me I shouldn't like her, but I still did her workout every day. I don't want to get political here, but she's kind of, you either love her or hate her. But I loved her workout, and I did the advanced workout. And I got to the point where I knew it so well that I would come home from school, I would put the VHS tape of Jane Fonda workout on, turn the volume down, put on Prince's Purple Rain, and listen to Purple Rain while I did the advanced workout. But I know this will blow your mind, and you probably think no, because I don't remember something that might have happened 3 days ago, but I can still, when I hear the song The Beautiful Ones or Computer Blues, I can still remember what Jane Fonda moves I was doing when those were on, and the end Purple Rain being the cool down. I mean, I have muscle memory of that stuff. I know that's weird. And also, when it comes to Purple Rain, my sister and I had to share a room. This was above her bed, this wonderful poster. Prince just absolutely looks so cool. I can still picture him dancing in the video. I think it was for When Doves Cry. This was hanging in my room, that beautiful poster, for a very long time, along with a Bruce Springsteen poster that I had. And on a door, I had a Michael Jackson poster. Of course, we switched around a little bit here and there, but those were the primary ones that I remember. And, you know, the house doesn't even exist anymore, but I can still picture the blue wallpaper and that Prince poster. That record holds such a special place in my heart. So now let's talk about Because Sound Matters. You know how important this is to me. It comes with this beautiful cover, and I think they did a great job on the packaging. It's beautiful. All of the really cool fonts that are on the album cover, they mimicked on this, I don't know, you call this the cover for it. My copy is number 160, I'm sorry, no. It is copy number, 164 out of 6,000. They made 6,000 of these. And the album cover itself is really heavy and thick, beautiful. They did a gatefold with this beautiful, I've always loved this design here. It's so pretty. It's really good. And a thicker, probably 180 gram, maybe 200 gram vinyl, exact replica of the record. It's 33 RPM, one single disc. And it even came with that inner sleeve, a replica of the really cool inner sleeve. So they really spared no detail. Everything is really spot on when it comes to the poster, beautiful album cover. You know, it's really good. But what matters more to me is the sound quality. And I have another copy of Prince's Purple Rain. This is just one I picked up at Dillard's. I don't even know who mastered it. It's just okay. It's never been something that I thought was that spectacular. So I really wanted to get a copy that was absolutely amazing. And I think the original was really good. It was mastered by Bernie Grundman. But I wanted to have something that was even better, one that was just going to beat everything else and have that emotional punch for me. When it comes to the music label Because Sound Matters, I already have a really good record, Green Day's Dookie. I bought that one. Again, the packaging is fantastic, and I was pleased with the music. I probably wasn't as critical on that one as I am for Purple Rain, because Purple Rain is so important to me. And I don't take pleasure in saying this at all, but this copy for me and in my room with my stereo equipment, and I will list a description of my sound equipment, it didn't beat my original. My original still sounds better. And I really was hoping for improvements. And I think in some ways, there are some improvements with this one step. For one, on the song The Beautiful Ones, when he goes into, do you want me or do you want him? Because I want you. And he goes absolutely berserk, which is such a great part of that whole passionate of Prince singing that. It gets a little bright on the original. And they did tamper that down on the one step. But it was at the price of losing some of the, or a lot of the warmth and the dynamics. I just don't think there's as much depth for this one step. Doesn't have the depth that the original Bernie Grundman version does. I think Prince's voice and vocals are a little flatter. It's just not what I hoped for. And I don't want to be too negative on it, because if you don't have that emotional attachment to this record, or maybe you don't have any copy of it at all and you want to get this beautiful packaging, by all means, it's a good sounding record, but it just didn't deliver for me. And I'm sad to say that. I love this. I was crushed. And I don't usually get crushed about sound quality of a record, but I was so excited about it. And it's $100. And for a lot of people, that's a lot of money, including me. YouTube does not pay that well, you know, for me to just throw $100 out there and for an original to sound better. So I'm sad to report personally for me and my husband, I brought him in. I wanted to hear his opinions. I played Purple Rain, When Doves Cry, some songs for him so he could hear it. Baby, I'm a Star, he heard that one too. And he said the same thing, he agreed. So I take no pleasure in saying that I'm disappointed that I spent $100 on this record, other than the packaging is wonderful. If you don't have it and you want to get a beautiful copy that sounds very clean, you're going to like that. But it was just disappointing. And I don't like making videos with any negativity at all. And I realize because sound matters, they don't watch my videos, I'm sure, but I don't like talking bad and saying anything bad. I'm still, I have a pre-order for Tom Petty's The Wildflowers, and I'm not canceling that. I'm going to see how that one turns out. But for Purple Rain, that one was a disappointment. And I don't usually try to talk about disappointments, but for me, that one has such an emotional impact. So let's go ahead now and talk a little bit better about some happy things. Let's talk about The Who live at the Oval 1971. I think this one was ordered. This was sent to me from a good friend, Mike from Nebraska, who I had the pleasure of finally getting to meet in person. He was going to be in Florida at a certain place. I met him there, and it was so cool to meet. He has been watching my channel from the very beginning, and he's been very generous to me. I've mentioned him on my channel so often. So it was such a pleasure to get to meet Mike from Nebraska. And anyway, he sent this record to me. I think it was from The Who's website, a live record. So I'll be honest, I hold that. I judge it a little differently. Anything that's live, of course, I don't hold to the same account that I hold a studio recording. But let me just say, the vinyl on this one is absolutely beautiful. 2 LPs. Look how pretty the splatter vinyl is. And for a live album, it sounds pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised. The track listing is really great. If you love The Who, they got you covered on some really great tunes. So I thought that one was good. You know, I admit I judge it differently because it's a live album. And I will tell you, if a live record really stinks and doesn't sound good, that one to me for a live album sounds wonderful. And this is one that I picked up at a local record store, and I have great local record stores where I live, and I try to buy as much as I can from them. So this one was one that I picked up. It is the Rhino Reserve of John Coltrane's Giant Steps. And again, Tim from University of Vinyl, I've talked about him recently on my channel. He brought this one to my attention and said, wow, this Rhino Reserve sounds wonderful. And I already have a mono copy, but this is stereo. And I have to say, this really is amazing. The mono sounds good too, but I love the stereo version because I can just close my eyes, and to my left is the piano and John Coltrane, and to my right is the drummers and the bass, and it is just a full sound stage. And it sounds amazing. So Rhino Reserve, if you don't have John Coltrane's Giant Steps, I highly recommend you pick that one up. It's a very good one. Get it before it's gone, you guys. This one is also fantastic. This is one I picked up on a Holy Moly wall here where I live, and I took a big chance on it. I wasn't sure what to think. And it's Peter Gabriel's So album. What makes this one unique? It's the 2016 reissue, 45 RPM. And okay, so I don't know about you guys, but one day I put this when I bought it, and I get nervous. It wasn't a cheap record to buy. I bought it way below what it sells for on Discogs, but I was still very nervous about it. It wasn't a cheap purchase. And I put it on, and I had something very heavy on my heart that day. My mind wasn't into the music. And I put it on, I just read Rain, and the beginning of Sledgehammer just didn't really grab me. So I took it off and decided I need to wait till I'm in the mood and want to hear it. It's a beautiful record with great packaging. Anyway, I put it on a later date when my heart wasn't so heavy. And oh my gosh, this record sounds so incredible. Don't Give Up. I've never heard it sound so good. Sledgehammer, the song, I mean, it's just so dynamic. The sound stage is huge. The bass is great. In Your Eyes, so beautiful. There's just so many great songs on this record. And I compared it to my original. I personally like it better than my original. And that's what you want when you upgrade and you pay a price for a different record. You want it to sound better than what you already have. That's the whole goal. And I'm happy to say this 2016 version of Peter Gabriel's So, it's a 45 RPM record, delivers, and I'm really, really happy with that one. Now, these are some classics that I picked up at a record fair I went to recently. This is Kraftwerk Audubon. This is a 1974 first pressing Gerald Kong. I'm not sure I got the name right, but I know the last name is Kong. He was the mastering engineer. This is a US pressing. It is on a Vertigo with that starship kind of label for it, not the black and white swirly one that I really love, but this sounds incredible. This is one of those first dance electronic albums. It might be the first one that really grabbed hold. And what's weird about it is this came out in 1974. Sounds amazing. It sounds like it could have came out today. It sounds futuristic, honestly. When you put it on and you listen to it, it just will never die. It will never go out of style. So I love having Kraftwerk Audubon. I finally found a very clean copy of it. And the next record I'm going to show, again, this was at a record fair that I went to. I've had this record in my hands and put it back. I cannot tell you how many times. I can remember the stores I was in, holding it in my hands, putting it back. I finally have it. It is Madonna's Like a Prayer, and this is an original from 1989, mastered by, I believe it was Robert Ludwig. And this one, the inside, it had like an AIDS awareness insert and an inner sleeve that was supposed to smell like patchouli. Now it just smells like a very faint smell of cough syrup to me. That's just how I take it. I love this. This is a very good record and it sounds great. I've read reviews, and I don't know for myself, I've read reviews where people like this original better than the reissue. I have no, I just like having this reissue or this original, and I think it's really good. And when I bought Madonna's Like a Prayer, the guy that was there also gave this record to me for free. It's Taco After 8. Y'all remember the song Putting on the Ritz. This is a Canadian pressing, and it sounds really good. You know, I didn't hold it to the same standards that I held Purple Rain to, but I thought it sounded really good. And the same guy that sold me Madonna and Taco gave me Taco for free. I bought this shirt from. It's a Billy Joel concert t-shirt. He had a big box of t-shirts for $10. They were from his own collection. I know a lot of you were like, ew, that's so gross, buying someone else's shirts. Well, I washed it. And I think for $10, this Billy Joel concert t-shirt was a good deal. It was still in really good condition. It's from a tour he did in 2022. Again, I wish I had seen all of the other shirts. That was one of the last places I went to that day, and that was one of the shirts that was left. Who knows what I missed. Anyway, these are the records that I've picked up recently. Let me know what you think. If you get that Purple Rain one step, let me know your honest impressions. Maybe I'm being too harsh on it. And let me know what you think about all of these. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe because it does help my channel. Hit the like button and the notification bell. Most importantly, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.